Welcome back to Bigfoot Fitness. Today I wanted to talk about Thomas Delauer. This is interesting. He's got a lot of good content. I really enjoyed a lot of his content. He's got a lot of good information here. I'm not a believer in the keto diet, but that's his thing. You know, he's big into the keto diet. So if you guys wanted to learn about it, he's like the guru. But I just don't really believe in the keto diet. But that's a whole nother topic. But today I wanted to show you guys. Very interesting about Thomas Delauer, because it's kind of like there's like, you know, the question is like, well, is he on steroids or is he not on steroids? Well, and that really doesn't matter to me. A lot of times it doesn't really matter. He never says in there that he's natural, and he never says in there that he is not. So, but when I look at a guy like him, by him not telling you that he is natural, it's kind of telling you that he is on steroids. So, and that's not very fair to us. That saying, oh, you guys can, you know, look like this without being on, like, say, like Tren or something, you know. But I wanted to show you guys, if I can show you that right there. In this video, and pull this up if you guys want to see this. But right here, the Thomas Delauer Fitness Model Bodybuilder Extreme, and he's going over his story, and he's talking about it. And this is what, he originally was like 140 pounds, he says. And in 2 years, he shot up to 280 pounds, looking like this. Okay? To me, that is, and I'll just play a little bit here.
By, of course, having the surplus of calories.
Yeah.
But I think that at the end of the day, probably about 50% of it was just total garbage weight. I mean, weight that I could have done without, that just put excess stress on my joints, made me feel like crap. I mean, it was...
You know what that reminds me of? Did you see the movie?
And look at that. So he looks like this. And you're talking about 2 years, and he puts on you're talking 70 pounds of mass every year for 2 years. Okay, so to achieve that and still look this bulky, that's pretty hard to do, unless you're on some gear, you're on some stuff. So what I'm saying is that he looks to me like he was on steroids back then. Whether he is not on steroids now, I have no idea. But he looks like he was on steroids at one time in his life. And so, honestly, that would be the truth about this guy, like me looking at him. And I'm not calling him out. I don't really care. But, and like he doesn't even bring it up. But he does have some really good information on dieting and the way to eat and eating right and fats and boosting testosterone and supplements and stuff like that. And some of the stuff I don't agree with, some of it I do, but I'm going to be giving my opinions on some of this stuff. But I just wanted to put the truth out there that I believe that, you know, we have the right to know, like, hey, you're teaching us this way, but what else are you on, right? That's just what I would like to know. But anyways, I hope you guys found this informative. Thanks, guys.